Men, the most devastating sign that she's losing respect isn't direct criticism or obvious contempt. It's when she starts making statements about what real men do, comparing you to abstract masculine standards you're supposedly failing to meet. Today, we're breaking down the specific real men phrases that reveal she's losing respect for you. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and drop a comment if you've ever heard these phrases and realized too late they were warnings that her respect was already gone. Your awareness might help another man recognize when indirect criticism about masculinity reveals relationship damage that needs immediate addressing. Phrase 1. Real men take charge. You're too passive and indecisive. When she says real men take charge or real men just decide while discussing situations where you've been indecisive, asked for her input too much, or failed to lead, she's not offering abstract masculinity philosophy. She's telling you that your passivity and inability to make decisions is killing her respect, because she wants a man who leads confidently rather than someone who needs her to make decisions for him. What this reveals? This reveals she's frustrated with your indecisiveness and lack of leadership. Women are attracted to men who can make decisions confidently, without constant input or validation. When you're always asking, "What do you think?" or deferring to her for choices you should make independently, you're signaling insecurity and lack of masculine direction that erodes respect. Notice when she says this phrase. Is it after you've asked where she wants to eat for the third time? After you've sought her approval for a decision you should make yourself? After you've avoided making a choice because you're afraid of choosing wrong? The context reveals exactly what passive behavior is bothering her. Pay attention to the contempt in her tone. If she's saying real men take charge with frustration or sarcasm, she's not gently encouraging you. She's expressing genuine disappointment that you're not the decisive, confident man she wants. The contempt reveals respect loss is already happening. The warning sign: when you hear real men take charge, understand she's telling you she's tired of being the decision maker and wants you to step into masculine leadership. Stop asking for her input on everything and start confidently making decisions. If you continue being passive and indecisive, her respect will continue declining until she either cheats with or leaves you for a man who can actually lead. Phrase 2. Real men provide. You're failing financially. When she says real men provide for their families, or real men take care of their women, while discussing finances, your career, or expenses, she's not expressing traditional gender role preferences. She's telling you that your financial situation or your attitude about providing is inadequate, and she's losing respect because you're either not earning enough, not ambitious about improving your situation, or not willing to prioritize providing for her. What this reveals? This reveals she's dissatisfied with your financial provision and views you as failing at fundamental masculine responsibility. Women evaluate men partly on provider capacity, not necessarily current wealth, but trajectory and willingness to provide. When she invokes real men provide, she's saying you're falling short of provider standards she expects. Notice if she makes these comments when bills come, when she sees how other couples live, or when discussing future plans. The timing reveals she's comparing your financial situation unfavorably to standards she holds for masculine provision, and that comparison is creating respect loss. Pay attention to whether she mentions specific men who provide better than you do. If she's saying, Sarah's boyfriend just bought her, or my dad always made sure mom had, she's giving you concrete examples of the provision level she expects and you're not meeting. The warning sign: when you hear real men provide, understand she's telling you she views you as financially inadequate. Either improve your earning situation and demonstrate ambitious trajectory toward better provision, or acknowledge that your financial inadequacy is costing you her respect and potentially the relationship. Phrase 3. Real men don't need to be told what to do. You're incompetent. When she says real men don't need instructions, or real men figure it out, while dealing with tasks, problems, or responsibilities, she's not making observations about masculine self-sufficiency. She's telling you that your incompetence, your need for hand-holding, or your inability to solve problems independently is destroying her respect because she's tired of managing you like a child rather than partnering with a capable adult. What this reveals she's frustrated with having to tell you how to do basic things, manage your responsibilities, or solve straightforward problems. Women lose respect for men who need constant instruction and can't figure things out independently. When you're always asking for step-by-step guidance or needing her to solve problems for you, you're revealing incompetence that kills attraction. Notice if these comments follow situations where you've asked obvious questions, needed her to handle things you should manage yourself, or demonstrated inability to solve basic problems. She's telling you she's exhausted from having to parent you through adult responsibilities. Pay attention to whether she's comparing you to men who are more capable and self-sufficient. If she mentions how other men just handle it without needing guidance, she's showing you the competent standard she expects and you're failing to meet. The warning sign. When you hear real men figure it out, understand she's telling you your incompetence and dependence on her for basic problem solving is killing her respect. Start handling your responsibilities independently, develop basic life competencies, and stop expecting her to manage you through everything. Her respect won't survive if she has to continue being your mother. Phrase 4. Real men don't complain. You're too weak emotionally. When she says, real men don't whine, or real men handle their problems, while you're expressing frustration, complaining about difficulties, or seeking sympathy, she's not being unsupportive of your feelings. She's telling you that your emotional weakness, your constant complaining, or your victim mentality is eroding her respect because she wants a man who faces challenges with strength rather than someone who crumbles under pressure. What this reveals? This reveals she's losing respect for your emotional resilience and views you as weak. Women want emotionally strong partners who can handle adversity without falling apart or constantly complaining. When you're always venting, seeking sympathy, or positioning yourself as a victim of circumstances, you're demonstrating weakness that destroys respect and attraction. Notice if she makes these comments when you're complaining about work, about other people, about how unfair life is, or about challenges you're facing. She's telling you she's tired of your victim mentality and wants you to be stronger in how you handle difficulties. Pay attention to whether she's stopped being sympathetic when you express struggles. If she's responding to your problems with real men don't complain rather than comfort, she's already lost patience with your emotional weakness, and her respect is gone. The warning sign. When you hear real men don't complain, understand she's telling you your emotional weakness and victim mentality are destroying her respect. Start handling your problems with more resilience, stop seeking constant sympathy, and develop the emotional strength to face challenges without falling apart. Women can't respect men. They have to constantly comfort about basic life difficulties. Phrase 5. Real men keep their word. You're unreliable. When she says real men do what they say, or real men follow through, after you've failed to keep promises, missed commitments, or proven unreliable, she's not just expressing disappointment about broken promises. She's telling you that your unreliability is destroying her respect because she can't trust you to do what you commit to, and masculine reliability is fundamental to respect. What this reveals? This reveals she's catalogued multiple instances where you've said you'd do something and didn't follow through, and that pattern of unreliability has created contempt. Women need to trust that their partners will keep their word. When you consistently fail to follow through on commitments, you're proving you're not a man she can rely on. Notice if she's keeping score of broken promises or bringing up past failures to follow through. The fact that she's tracking your unreliability reveals it's become a pattern serious enough that her respect is actively eroding with each new broken commitment. Pay attention to whether she's stopped believing you when you make promises. If she responds to your commitments with skepticism or, "we'll see," she's already lost faith in your word because you've proven repeatedly that what you say doesn't match what you do. The warning sign. When you hear real men keep their word, understand she's telling you your unreliability has destroyed her ability to respect or trust you. Start following through on every commitment you make, stop making promises you won't keep, and rebuild reliability through consistent action. If you continue being unreliable, her respect is gone and the relationship will follow. Phrase 6. Real men protect their women. You're not defending her. When she says real men stand up for their women, or real men protect what's theirs, after situations where you failed to defend her, allowed others to disrespect her, or didn't prioritize her safety, she's not making general statements about masculine duties. She's telling you that your failure to protect her physically, emotionally, or socially is killing her respect because she needs to feel safe and defended by her man. What this reveals? This reveals she feels unsafe or undefended in your presence and views you as failing at fundamental masculine protective responsibility. Women need to feel that their partners will stand up for them, defend them from threats or disrespect, and prioritize their safety. When you fail to defend her or let others disrespect her without consequence, you're proving you're not a protector. Notice when she makes these comments. Is it after someone disrespected her and you said nothing? After a situation where you prioritized avoiding conflict over defending her? After she felt unsafe and you didn't step up? The context reveals exactly what protective failure destroyed her respect. Pay attention to whether she mentions other men who would have handled situations differently. If she's saying, "my ex would never let someone talk to me like that," or "my dad would have," she's showing you the protective standard she expects and you're failing to meet. The warning sign. When you hear real men protect their women, understand she's telling you she feels undefended and unsafe with you. Start standing up for her when she's disrespected, prioritizing her safety, and being willing to create conflict to defend her dignity. If you continue failing to protect her, her respect is gone because she can't feel safe with a man who won't defend her.